Okay, so we're here in FileZilla and we're not connected yet, so I'm going to go ahead and connect us. And what happens is it always takes you to the root of the directory. So let me zoom in here. The way you know if you're in the root of directory is you want to look over here on the right hand side of the screen, and you actually want to look at where it says remote site. So you see remote site here, and then it has a little dash. That means that you're in the root of the directory. Now, you don't want to upload your files to the root of the directory. There actually were files here under all of the configuration files this morning, so I went ahead and moved those to the public HTML folder where they belong. So when you open FileZilla, it's always going to show you the root of the directory on the right, and then on the left it's always going to be the files that are on your computer. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to get into the folder you want to upload to on the server. And it's always going to bring you to the root of the directory, so you have to make sure that you click on public HTML before you upload. So then if you go ahead and double click on it, it opens the file folder, and then it shows you all of your page files here. And it also has an image folder here in the public HTML folder. The image folder is where all your pictures should go. They shouldn't go in here mixed in with the page files. So then the next thing that you want to do is you want to find on your computer on the left side of the screen the files that you just changed. You don't have to always upload all of the files. If you only changed one of the files, then you only technically need to upload that one file back to the server. So say you edited the About Us page, so then you would click on the About Us page, right click on it, and you can select the upload option, and then it will upload the page back over to the server side, and then you're done with that. Don't ever click on files on the right side and tell it to download unless you don't have that file on your computer already. If you click on the right side, tell it to download, and you already have that file over here on your computer, on the left side, what's going to happen is it's going to overwrite the file, and it's going to take the old version from the server and it's going to put it on your computer, and that will make you lose all of the changes that you just made to that file on your computer. So always go from left to right and never from right to left. And before you upload, make sure that you're not in the root directory. Make sure that you have double-clicked on the public HTML folder, opened it, and then uploaded your files. Okay, the next thing that I did want to touch on was duplicate files in the public HTML folder. Basically, when I was going through and moving files, I noticed that some of your pages are duplicated. They're having different file name structures, or they're just completely like separate files that are probably intended to be the same thing. The best example is right here, the Contact Us page. If you look, there is a file that says contactuspage.htm. And then there's another file right below it that says contact-us.html. I'm assuming those are supposed to be the same file, or the same page, excuse me, but they aren't the same page. They're actually two different files. And so what's going to happen when you get into the habit of not checking what pages you have before you create new ones is that you're going to link to pages all over your website, and sometimes you're going to link to the wrong page and you're going to be uploading a different page and wondering why you're not seeing the changes for the page you just uploaded when you actually have another page that's similar that probably doesn't have your most recent changes on it. And that's just going to create a headache for you. So what I would encourage you to do, first thing, it's best to name your files with dashes and not spaces. So this contact-us.html is actually a better file name than contact space us space page.htm. So I would encourage you to go through on your computer and rename all of the files that have spaces so that they don't have spaces anymore, and that they use dashes instead, because that's better navigation, and it's also going to result in less issues for you when you upload the page and want it to display correctly. The next thing that I would encourage you to do is go through and make sure you really understand what pages you have, and make sure that there aren't duplicates of those pages like there is in here in the Contact Us page. And so with these two Contact Us pages, just go through, figure out which one's more recent, which one is actually the one that you want to use, get rid of the other one, and then make sure that all of your pages actually link to the correct page, because I'd be willing to bet money that some of your pages link to this Contact-Us page, and you're probably updating the other one, the Contact Us page. And so when you look on the web, if pages aren't linked to your actual correct page, you're going to be pulling your hair out thinking, what am I doing wrong? My changes aren't showing up. And it's actually because there are duplicate pages and that you're linking to wrong pages, or you just haven't gotten rid of the outdated page. So go ahead and go through, sift through, get your file names all sorted out, make sure they're all using dashes and not spaces, and then make sure that if you have duplicates, you determine which ones you don't need and get rid of them so they don't confuse you in the future.